You might remember that we can use a web server to store and serve content to clients that request our services. We'll probably want to store website content on our web server. If clients want to reach our website, we need to set up DNS so that they can just type a URL to find us. So let's talk about how DNS gets set up for a website. First, we need a domain name. We can buy a domain name like settingupdnsisfun.example.com. We can purchase domain names like this from companies called domain registrars, like GoDaddy.com or Bluehost.com. Once we have our domain name, we want to point our website files to this domain name. Our website files can be stored on a cloud hosting provider, or we can decide to control this ourselves and store it on our own servers. Typically, domain registrars also provide cloud hosting services, but they can charge you a monthly fee to host your web files for you. Pro tip: if you don't want to utilize cloud hosting services, you can just run your own web server. Don't forget, there are always pros and cons to hosting a service yourself or offshoring it somewhere else. So if you're the sole IT support specialist for an organization, make sure to weigh all your options before committing to an infrastructure service. Let's assume that we do want to host our website files ourselves. From here, we still need to point our new domain name to where our web content is located. We can do this in two ways. Most domain registrars can provide you with DNS settings, and you can give the IP address of where your content is stored. If you decide not to use your domain registrar to host DNS for you, then you have to set up an authoritative DNS server for your website. Remember from our discussion in Course 2 that authoritative DNS servers are the DNS servers that know exactly what the IP address is for the domain name? Since we own the domain name and host our web content ourselves, it makes sense for us to have the DNS servers that know that information.